I like to talk about um, interreligious truths and why it could be applied to any one of the religions. So let's say you're a biblical person and you're thinking of, well, I believe that the Bible is the ultimate truth. How should I act around other people who say their religions are the ultimate truth, and that's not my opinion? I think the problem here isn't that your opinions are different. The problem is that somehow you are all believing in exclusivity. Because something can be so wonderful and life-changing, and it can still include other things. Or maybe that's the reason why it draws you in as the wonderful thing. So take it upon the Bible, and your belief is that there's a Lord, there's the Lord, a God who is omnipresent, authoritative, all-knowing, and it's a God who has all those qualities, therefore it's the God as well. And let's say somebody says, well, I believe in human power. I don't necessarily believe in God or anything that's like in a form of God. I believe in the universal force or the law of the universe because I'm a Buddhist. And I'm not necessarily putting you down, but I don't believe in God. And let's say that's what you heard, and you're offended at first. You go, oh, okay, so this person is denying what I seek, what I go to in seeking protection, compassion, and understanding, as well as guidances. My God. This person says, possibly might be saying, he doesn't even exist, but not in an offensive way. How could this situation turn into an inclusive conversation? And it's actually because you believe in the Bible. In the Bible, they say, God is all-knowing. There are some destined ways. And I believe it's because of the nature we have. It's not because God controls every moment that we live and is trying to manipulate our thoughts to be a certain way. It's actually because He gave us free will. And free will means we're going to act upon our will, which sometimes can be scarier because it means by nature, every person, because everybody has different DNA and different flavors, there are no two persons with the same flavor. No matter how big the population grows in this world, there will never be two persons with the same flavor, not even twins, not even identical twins. Or maybe I should say especially identical twins, because they're so aware of the similarities that they will fight in their lives to have unique flavors. So, being given free will, we realize that at one point, I think we realized that because of our uniquenesses, we have tendencies to choose certain things. Now, if that's not human power, what is human power? The ability to make our own decisions based on our own disciplines built till that year. Let's say for me, it's 2020. I was born in 85. I have 35 years of accumulated experiences and certain types of disciplines that I've learned to grow into and let grow by practicing certain movements, certain mindset practice, certain exercises and mindset, spirituality, emotion, or physical, or all together as a total. These things have come to turn into my human power. And it's because of the choices I have made as my free will have let me. Now that means the Bible is actually supporting the human power that this other Buddhist person have said in the way that he or she believes toward you after you said, well, I believe in the Lord and that he guides us, protects us, loves us. So you come to realize that what the person is saying is actually included in the Bible as well. Now, if this were, because we're talking about interreligious truths, what if you were the Buddhist person and the person goes, I believe in the Lord. He guides us, he loves us, he empowers us, he protects us. And you go, and you're the one saying, okay, I believe in human power, I believe in a force in the universe, but I don't believe in this entity or something that is called or titled as God. How would you include? How is the Bible included in the notions mentioned in Buddhism? Basically, you can decipher it in a way as God, omnipresent, so it's everywhere and through everything. It's in everything, and it's all-knowing. So it somehow is aware of everything that is happening in the entire universe. And it protects you, and it loves you. It actually welcomes you into its home in the heart. So you can say, but you're saying, I believe in universal force. Basically, in Buddhism, right now I'm going to talk about one specific Buddhist sect that is somewhat different from Zen Buddhism. But the one I'm talking about, it does teach universal force as something that is throughout everything, that is not the control, but the core of every ripple effect, every butterfly effect, everything that is connected in its fourth dimension and thereon, something far greater than third dimension. It is something that enables every third dimension physical realm to be present. It is the energy core in the universe that enables the planets to move around in a specific way, to relate to each other in a specific way, and your heart energy matter, your spirit itself, to your soul, to connect to the universal core in a specific way. So maybe you won't call it God, but you can say, you know what, but when you talk about omnipresence, having an effect on everything, and in the instant having this cause and effect influence, it makes sense to me too. I don't call it God, but I call it the universal connection, the universal ever-present, ever-changing main core connection. Maybe you can say that. The main thing is, the religions are so far greater than our perceptions of it, and sometimes the more we learn about it and get attached to it, we somehow start believing that we have to exclude the other religions in order to understand our own better. And it cannot be any farther away from the truth than that type of thought. You have to say, the more I learn about my own religion, I start to see every connection that every religion has toward each other. Because if any religion is based on the entire universe, however the perspective and angle might be different, may be different, if it is true, it has to be based on the theory that the more I learn about this religion that I believe to be one of the highest truths of the universe, the more I start to see why everything is connected as kin information. When you look at it that way, you will stop being able to exclude other religions, because you're telling yourself that by nature, if what I'm saying is I want to know the highest possible information about the universe, that is why I choose this religion. By default, you're saying it has to be that the more I learn about this, the more I'm learning about the entirety of the universe. Therefore, I don't exclude anything. I include everything and then think upon it and come to conclusions. The conclusion may not include everything, but the thought process always includes everything. So there is no exclusivity present in that. When we have that type of mindset, I believe we are the healthiest, the most realistic, because sometimes we think, oh, healthy. It's not realistic for me because my stress causes illness upon me. So healthy is not something realistic for me. But that is bogus, I believe. If you're being realistic, the most realistic, which means if you want to keep on living, you better get healthy, then you will include health. You will make sure to include health. So there is no way of saying my reality does not include health. That does not make sense. Unless your reality is I'm determined to die very soon. So I wanted to leave it at that. Exclusivity does not come from religions themselves. It comes from the belief that once you've learned enough about it, you are to shun away from every other religions and knowledges, even though they're all interconnected. It is a misbelief, not a disbelief, but a misbelief. Today is December 7th, 2020, Monday, in Los Angeles, California. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.